Okay, I'll go ahead and call the meeting together. All three commissioners are present. It was properly posted on August 22nd, and I'll lead us in the prayer and the pledge. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to get together and do the people's business. We thank you for all the law enforcement that's with us today. I ask that your safety and protection be with them and all that they do on behalf of the citizens for Oklahoma County. In your name, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of August 16th?
Move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, purchasing.
Good morning. This recommendation is for an RFP we issued for the property located at 6225 South Independence Avenue in District 2. We received one response from Joshua Foundation. We did a lot of discussions with District 2 regarding the uses stated in the proposal. It is favorable. They would like to move forward with this, and so I am recommending an award to Joshua Foundation for this use.
Okay. I
Oh.
appreciate them willing to do it, and thank you for being here. If you have anything you want to say, you're welcome to. Okay, I'll move the item.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item 3 is an award for CW 24006. This is our annual bottled water hydrating and sports drinks bid, which is heavily utilized by our facilities and district yards. We did receive 2 bids, and I am recommending award to the lowest per line item. Bottled water and dispenser services will be recommending award to Eureka Water, and the sports drinks recommending award to School Health Corporation.
I'll move approval of the recommendation of the purchasing office.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Amber?
Good morning.
Morning.
We have 2 bids this morning. The first one is CW 24064 for online surplus auction services for the county. JJ Kane Auctions. Daco Auctioneers. GovDeals Liquidate Services. Purple Wave Auction. Graham Auctioneers. R. Cloyd. And the second bid is for real property for the new Oklahoma County Adult Detention Center campus. South Railport LLC. Meadows LLC. Tammy Ryan. Trey Kohler. Lisa Gibbon. Jeff Moore. And this envelope does not have a vendor name, so we'll have to open it. This one is from Bergen Real Estate LLC, and that concludes the bids.
I'll move they be tabulated and returned.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Chantel?
This is our standard monthly P card statement for your review and approval.
I'll move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next.
I don't have any claims are good.
Okay.
Finance office handles those.
I'll move approval of our claims.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And there's no changes to the blanket.
And I will move approval of the blanket purchase orders.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
At this time, given our number of guests here, Commissioner, would you like to do item 21?
Yes. As you all know, yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of the Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office losing Deputy Bobby Schwartz, and I wanted to make sure that the BOCC recognized the 1-year anniversary, and I really appreciate all of you being here. This is a wonderful turnout. So I do want to recognize that Deputy Mark Johns is here and Deputy Melody Norton. Would you both like to come up? I think I can speak for all three of us that we just wanted to recognize both of you and thank you for your service. And I wanted you to know that it's been a year, but we have not forgotten you and we want to support you. And I wanted to bring everyone here today just to show you how much we support you, and that we know that you're probably still dealing with what you experienced a year ago. So, and I know Sheriff Johnson, are you here?
Yep.
Would you like to say anything?
Would you like to say anything? Would you like to say something? Okay. One, we appreciate the BOCC for recognizing this day. I will tell you, it is something that will be etched in each and every one of our hearts and burned into our souls. This is something you don't forget. Bobby Schwartz was an amazing person, amazing man. He was a great cop. He was an amazing deputy. Both Melody Norton and Mark Johns stood by his side and when the face of evil showed itself. And it's sad that we lost our brother, we lost our friend. And so we appreciate y'all recognizing today. We appreciate you recognizing our deputies and our loss. So for that, we thank you.
And is anyone here on behalf of Sergeant Schwartz? Any family members? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. And if it is all right with you all, I would love to read this resolution. This is a resolution recognizing and honoring Sergeant Robert Bobby Schwartz, Deputy Mark Johns, and Deputy Melody Norton. Whereas the Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office is dedicated to the safety of its citizens by building a foundation on which everyone in Oklahoma County may thrive. And whereas deputies assigned to the Judicial Services Bureau are charged with serving evictions, warrants, and subpoenas as designated by the courts. Whereas on August 22nd, 2022, Sergeant Robert Schwartz, Deputy Mark Johns, and Deputy Melody Norton, with a combined 80+ years service, were serving an eviction in Oklahoma County. And whereas during the service of this eviction, Deputies Schwartz, Johns, and Norton were violently assaulted, facing immense firepower from multiple areas of the property. And whereas, as a result of this attack, Deputy Norton, while unhurt physically, was left with lasting emotional trauma. Deputy Johns suffered significant injuries that will permanently alter the trajectory of his life, and Sergeant Schwartz was mortally wounded. And whereas, while being confronted with imminent danger and death, these deputies courageously performed their duty, no doubt saving the lives of others. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of County Commissioners of Oklahoma County recognize and honor the exemplary service, bravery, and heroism of Sergeant Robert Schwartz, Deputy Mark Johns, and Deputy Melody Norton for their dedicated service to the people of Oklahoma County. If you all are comfortable with pictures, we can do that if you'd like. Okay.
While working together at District 2, Commissioner Davidson and I suffered the loss of a coworker who was also tragically killed, though not in the line of duty, but definitely can feel the tear in your heart. And you're right, you don't forget the anniversaries. Is there a motion for this resolution?
I will move approval.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioner, for bringing that for us. Is your appointee here? Do you need to do
No,
that while
he's not
okay,
here.
we can go back to
yeah.
our agenda.
Is he coming?
I told him he didn't need to come.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want to do Employees of the Month now? Okay.
Commissioner, if you remember right, shortly after you were sworn into office, Mark Johns was one of the first people from the sheriff's office to actually reach out to us. And we went, I want to say it was Canadian County, I met with him. But he was one of the first county employees that I think I ever met. So
Wow.
They did
it's good to see him up and around.
he also helped us with the first Students for Shine project over there at Manuel Perez Park.
Wasn't he the one that investigated all the drug packages that we found?
Might have been that too.
Yeah.
A lot of working with him. Okay, Karen.
Good morning. It's time to recognize our August 2023 Employees of the Month. If we could have Randy Snow and his guests come up, please.
Good morning.
Morning.
I've been asked to say a few words about Nathan Hathcote, our Employee of the Month. Nathan is an extraordinary employee. He sets the bar very high for his coworkers. He began as a laborer, and in a short time, through his dedication, hard work, and perseverance, he was recently promoted to operator. Nathan has a work ethic that every employer would seek out. He is trustworthy, loyal, and always has the best interests of his coworkers in mind. We are very proud to have him as a part of our District 3 family.
Okay.
Next is Dane and his guests today.
Good morning. MIS is proud to nominate Charlotte Swindle for BOCC Employee of the Month. Charlotte came back to us a couple of months ago after spending a couple of years in the county clerk's office. And within a couple of months, she has sorted through all of our billing, brought us up to date and current with all of our Cox billing, our Verizon billing. That is quite a headache to maintain, as we have learned in the last few months. So we are incredibly proud that she has returned to us and look forward to hopefully many more years of service from her. So thank you very much.
Very nice. Okay, is there a motion to approve those?
I'll move approval.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
If I recall correctly, we left off at the consent docket. Is there any individual consideration? If not,
I'll move approval.
Second.
all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Now District 1 again.
Yes. So as you all know, we have, I believe, currently 2 vacancies on our jail trust. And it is rare that we find someone who is qualified and willing to serve. And Mr. James Johnson is both of those things. I met Mr. Johnson about a year ago at a Del City Chamber event, and since then have connected with him. And I know Joe Albaugh, the chair of the trust, has connected with him to ensure that he kind of knows what he's stepping into. James Johnson has a pretty long history and career in corrections, juvenile corrections, and is now a professor at Rose State, a professor of criminal justice. And when I spoke to him last, he was very excited to serve. And I am thrilled to put his name before you all. His bio should be attached. Yep. And he has met with Major Garner, and he has met with Mr. Albaugh, and then he and I spoke. So I think he's covered his bases to make sure that he knows what the commitment entails.
Yeah, he's I think he had a 25 or 30-year career at DOC. I've spoken with him as well. He seems to be willing to serve and motivated to serve. And he came to me by recommendation of Mr. Albaugh, and Joe has sat down and talked with him pretty extensively. So I think it'd be another great pick, and
Yeah.
hopefully we can get him to work soon.
Okay, is there a motion?
I'll move approval.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I congratulate you. He was my top pick for my person for
Okay,
District
good,
2. So
good.
it's
Good.
I appreciate you bringing his name forward. Okay, we did 21 and 22 is the confirmation of what we talked about earlier with the long-term lease with the Joshua Foundation. This is a great partnership, and the backstory on this is that this property, unlike any other I'm aware of, is in District 2 as if it was like our barn.
Oh.
It's not county, so it wasn't being maintained by the county treasurer. I'm not exactly sure all the history of that, but anyway, somehow we wound up with it. And of course, maintenance being so far west of our barn is an issue. So this is a great partnership where we provide a community garden, and then in exchange, they're going to help us with maintaining it. So it's a win-win, I think, for the community. And again, he's here should you have any questions.
Could you maybe tell us a little bit what the Joshua Foundation does? I'm just curious. You might have to move the mic. There you go.
Yeah, we've been a 501c3 since 1986. We've done a lot of individual help with people, but one of the things we've also done is help other nonprofits throughout the years. In the last 12 years, we've been really focused on feeding people in food deserts and others that are food insecure. We purchased and gave away greenhouses to 6 different nonprofits. The last one being Restore OKC, where I went to work as the business manager for that farm for a few years. Actually managed the actual first market, which was on the property before the grocery store opened on 23rd. So in that process, just really realized that what is really hurting in a lot of Oklahoma County is food deserts, according to the USDA, which is just people that don't have access within a mile and a half of fresh groceries. So we thought if we could get one location that was large enough where we could grow enough food and actually go to all of the food deserts within the county and partner with existing nonprofits in those areas that have already established relationships and trust, then we can give them and their neighbors a hand up, and which really is about, it's not so much just eating fresh produce, vegetables and fruits, it's about their health. City County Health Department has designated there's 115,000 people in food insecurity in this county. And in all those food deserts are the worst health. And it's heart disease and diabetes, cancer, et cetera. A lot of that can be cured by just getting into the proper diet. And of course, that's the most expensive stuff in a grocery store. So we'll be able to provide that. And that's really our focus, and will be for the next 25 years.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you for your time. Any other questions? If not, I'll move the item.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Assessor, this is, go ahead, Mike.
Good morning, everyone. This is the contract renewal for our GIS, also known as Geographic Information Systems, through ESRI, which stands for Environmental Systems Research Institute. This is the countywide software system that we have brought in and has been adopted through several other offices. I think we're doing projects with District 3 for sign collection and maintenance, as well as culverts, working on road projects. It's also been brought through from the Office of Emergency Management for our air warning sirens. It's also been introduced in working with the Treasurer's Office and the maintenance of their properties, as well as the Clerk's Office, and we just know that it's becoming more and more usable and upgrades and things. But this is the renewal for that process. It's the same contract we had last year, no change.
I'll move approval.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item.
you. This is another contract renewal for the Assessor's Office for our information that we use for our commercial services. It is a slight increase from last year as we've added a couple additional licenses.
I'll move approval.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Madam DA, do you want to say anything about your items, or?
I don't particularly. If the commissioners have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Although if they get too detailed into the cases, I'd prefer to do that in executive session.
Sure. Just didn't know if there was anything in particular. If you want, we can take a motion for all of the items.
And excuse me for not knowing this. Are several of these renewals from ongoing cases? Okay. I will move approval of items 25 through 30.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Emergency management.
Good morning, Commissioners. Item number 31 is the annual grant that we receive. It's actually FEMA funds that come through the State Office of Emergency Management to Oklahoma County Emergency Management. This is what constitutes my special revenue fund, and we utilize those funds for capital expenditures, so we're reducing the fiscal liability to the general fund. It's a performance grant for every year.
Appreciate that.
We like that. Yes. I will move approval.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Engineering.
Yeah, the city of Oklahoma City has asked for a permanent easement at the northeast corner of the jail to replace the water meter vault there and improve it and then be able to maintain it in the future. It's a small easement, about 300 square feet.
I'll move approval.
What's the repercussions of giving them a permanent easement on county property?
I don't think there is any that I can foresee. The DA's looked at this as well.
Okay.
We certainly don't want to take over doing the water servicing.
No. Definitely don't want that.
Small
In
trade.
addition to them just replacing the water meter at this time, I think they were concerned about us not owning it in the future, so they want to secure an easement.
Okay. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We've already done 33, so the treasurer's item. Christy, do you have anything you want to say about this?
Nothing really, just kind of our annual where we borrow from other funds for cash flow purposes. It's allowed by statute. Today, we're asking for $5 million from highway, which will leave a balance of $7.6 million. $1 million from CBRI, which is going to leave $2.5 million. And then the capital projects new jail, $1 million from there, which will leave $11 million. And again, these funds get paid back in mid-January.
Okay, any questions?
I'll move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Commissioner comments, District 1?
I don't think I have any comments
3.
today.
Thank you for bringing the 1-year anniversary up. It's very important that we keep those families and all of our officers in the front of our minds, especially as they're out there protecting us. And I know that there are some things happening that the sheriff really needs some help with, and hopefully we can all come together and address those soon.
Any new business? Before we go into executive session, is there any citizens to speak?
Michael Washington, Oklahoma City. I'm not gonna hold you long, but I just appreciate this opportunity. But let me say, for the most part, Mr. Bloomberg, we don't agree much on anything, but on this one, you definitely caught my attention, and this was a great man. I mean, very approachable. Bobby Schwartz, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I mean, he's always approachable, a great man. Again, I can't say much because I really didn't know him, but every time I did see him down here on or thereabout, he spoke to you. And again, I was unfortunately unable to attend his funeral, but again, thank you for bringing it up as the gentleman just spoke about there. Now, we also have one thing to deal with here, and that is the location of jail, new jail to be built. I don't know. I think $40 million for the project to be completed. I mean, I learned about that just coming back in from Tulsa. But I think we have to be very, very, very careful here because we, want to make sure that it's accessible to families who may have a loved one in jails and things of this nature. Again, the majority, I think, lives in this area, as far as a African-American community and some other maybe Hispanic community and those in that particular area there. So I won't hold y'all long, but I just want to thank y'all for that opportunity, and hopefully that the decision y'all reach will be one that's amicable to the whole Oklahoma County and those who may come from out of the state. Thank y'all very much. Have a great day. Didn't have much today, but thank you.
Is there a motion to any other citizens to speak?
Commissioner, just real quick while everybody's in the room, the last and latest hire for District 3 is in the back of the room, Taylor Broyles. She comes to us, first met her when we were working kind of together with Stephanie Bice for Congress the first time I met her, and I worked with her for redistricting and several other things. So she's going to be a valuable part of our team. So thank you.
Welcome. Okay. Is now a motion for recess into executive session?
I'll move we recess.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion to return from executive session.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Action on item 38. Spray
Are we
case.
proceed as discussed?
Yes.
Okay, I'll move we proceed as discussed.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion to settle for $2,500
Did you get that, Sharon?
with the grunt.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Item 40, I move we authorize a $400 payment to move this case from state court to federal court.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any other citizens to be heard? Any motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Okay, I'm in.
All right, I'll call together the PBA. All three trustees are present. Notice of the meeting was properly posted on August 22nd. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of August 16th?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve the claims?
Motion to approve claims.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Have a parking contract.
I'll move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And is there any citizens to be heard? If not, any board comments? Any new business? Is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.